Hello, everybody. I am back to putting the COD videos in the bag. We have a lot to discuss with this video featuring our shocking headline, Activision and Microsoft finally admitting they were wrong about their matchmaking algorithm in Call of Duty. So, Black Ops 7's beta is live, and I played a little bit of the multiplayer gameplay in the background as my first game on. Yes, I'm trash at the game. That's why I chose hardcore mode. Anyway, after a few games, I can confidently say it's Black Ops 6 with a wall jump gimmick. And this wall jump launches you up pretty high. It's like the exact same height as an Advanced Warfare double jump. So yeah, if you're a fan of BO6 and the exosuit movement games back in the day, you'll probably like this game. But let's get into the main topic of this video. This tweet from Treyarch absolutely turned around the community sentiment surrounding the beta, which was mostly positive about the game itself, only to be completely undone by the engagement optimized matchmaking. Treyarch making this decision with the go-ahead from Activision and Microsoft isn't surprising. They already heard feedback from the community regarding matchmaking, but shrugged and pointed the blame to Activision and more specifically, I suppose, Demonware. But this decision to reverse course on a system they've spent millions of dollars on, psychological research included, is painting the picture that the franchise is in dire straits because they actually have competition. Treyarch's latest update divided the entire beta into one group, which is engagement optimized matchmaking algorithm, or open, which is ping-based matchmaking like the old school COD games. Based on what I've played and what I've heard others saying about the open playlist, it's a noticeable difference. Ping is more consistent between games, and time to match on average is 5 times faster than what the community has been putting up with for the past 6 years of Call of Duty. Remember, Activision put out a white paper last year that defended their engagement optimized matchmaking algorithm, stating that the first 2 priorities were ping and time to match, which is clearly was just never the case. It was all about player retention to get those sweet post-launch transactions. I don't even think microtransaction is the right word anymore because of the price of the average bundle is like $24. And with that price, you could get at least one of the vast majority of games on Steam or GOG. But those who funded these games post-launch aren't sticking around. They tend to move from one trend to the next, and COD was one of those trends. Another massive financial hit was losing out on $300 million in sales from putting Black Ops 6, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3 on Game Pass, which then caused a price increase for Game Pass. So needless to say, Activision and Microsoft are backed into a corner without many options to make this next game profitable. Therefore, they gave in to what the community has been asking for. Despite being, quote, too big to fail, Activision and Microsoft are indeed concerned about Battlefield 6 launching this Friday, which is currently beating Black Ops 7 in pre-orders even after the Black Ops 7 beta was opened up for everyone to try. However, we can't exactly take a victory lap because who knows for sure if the open playlist will result in any changes for the launch of Black Ops 7. It could all be an epic troll for all we know. On the zombie side of things, we have a survival map to play on for the first time in any COD beta. If you played Black Ops 6 Zombies, you've also played this. It's more of a $70 DLC than multiplayer. Now we have to talk about the nothing burger that was COD next. There's a rolling animation from Battlefield. Yeah, revolutionary, I know. We had Ravensoft give us an early look at the next Resurgence map, Haven's Hollow. If you've played around of Black Ops 6 Zombies maps, such as Liberty Falls and Shattered Vale, you'll be familiar with the layout of Haven's Hollow, as this Resurgence map is a common case of reused assets for new content. Look, I get it. COD has always reused assets throughout the entirety of the franchise, especially when it comes to zombies. But I don't believe the Warzone players are particularly excited for a map from Zombies mode to be playable in Warzone. Just like how, ironically enough, zombie players a few years ago weren't excited to play Modern Warfare Zombies on Urzikstan, which was, as we know, designed as a Warzone map. The point is, I don't see how this is really going to shake up things for Warzone players. They've demanded 2 things online: better anti-cheat and a new big map to play on. While they certainly are not getting better anti-cheat, see clip. They will be getting a new big map for the main Battle Royale game mode in the update that comes out in the spring of 2026. Yes, the Avalon map this channel previously reported on is finally seeing the light of day after many delays. Though the bigger news surrounding the release of this map is the reveal of the Blackout experience coming to the game on the same update. For those who don't know, in Blackout, there were no loadouts. You had to loot every item you had, including attachments and perks off the ground and crates. It made the game play out a lot differently than Warzone. There was more incentive to explore the map in order to get kitted well. I'd imagine some changes, though, too, with the current parts of Warzone that have aged better than Blackout, namely how armor works and the ability to get teammates back in the game. Call of Duty Mobile even had a segment in COD Next revealing DMZ Recon mode, which promises authentic gameplay similar to the DMZ mode from Modern Warfare 2. COD Mobile has revealed one map for the game mode titled Serpent Island, though leaks have shown 3 more maps in the files: Building 21, Ural Mountains from Black Ops Cold War, and a placeholder titled Max Map. What's interesting about the leaks of DMZ Recon is the different playlists: Normal, Quick, Wildcard, 2-1B, which I assume is Building 21, Train, and Tutorial. Wildcard is the only mode I can't make a safe assumption about. Would there be an element from wager matches back in Black Ops 1? Or maybe it's a placeholder for something totally different. Who knows? Leaks for Black Ops 7 indicate Pick 10 for Create a Class was scrapped from the game. A weekly challenge system like Modern Warfare 3 will be implemented for you guys to earn universal camos and weapon unlocks and things like that, and different themes for the heads-up display that call back to games like Black Ops 3 and COD World War II. Unfortunately, the same leaks are indicating these HUD themes are possibly locked behind the purchase of a bundle. Personally, I hope these are just unlockable with either in-game challenges or as a part of the free portion of the Battle Pass, but we'll see. We also see about post-launch support, as supposedly the biggest post-launch support in the history of the franchise is coming to Black Ops 7, says Treyarch. What feels really cheap about the whole thing, though, is that this is exactly what we saw with Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Offer meager content throughout most of the life cycle for one game, all for the sake of saving it for the direct sequel a year later. Alright, everypony, that's a wrap on this video. At the end of the day, Activision and Microsoft's sudden U-turn on engagement-optimized matchmaking isn't just a win for the players. It's a sign that they're finally feeling the heat between declining engagement, Game Pass revenue misses, and Battlefield 6 stealing the spotlight. They had no choice but to start listening. Whether this open playlist sticks around or quietly disappears after launch, time will tell. But for now, Black Ops 7 feels like a franchise caught between innovation and desperation. At least we're finally seeing cracks in that, quote, too big to fail armor. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Is this a genuine turning point for Call of Duty, or just another PR stunt to get us hyped for the next disappointment? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Jimmy content.